Me and my big hair.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Me and My Big Hair. For today's episode, since you'll be watching it around Thanksgiving time, I thought what's more holiday-like than wearing an ugly sweater? And when did the ugly sweaters really come about? In the 80s! So I'm going to do 80s hair and makeup and make my favorite pumpkin dessert, which is pumpkin chocolate chip cookies with brown sugar frosting. For my 1980s hairdo, I'm going to curl my hair into little ringlets and then tease that out and make it really big, because what's more 80s than really, really big hair? For corkscrew curls, I wrap my hair around the outside of the curling iron. For ringlets, I open the curling iron and put my hair into it and then roll it up. Once it's heated up enough, like 10 to 20 seconds, then I'll pull it down to get that ringlet look. See? You know, I can almost keep it like this. This sort of looks like a flock of seagulls. So my ringlets are done. That took about 40 minutes. And if I were to leave it like this, I would say this looks like kind of 1910s. I'm going to tease this out with my fingers because if I used a brush, it would take too much of the look out. I'm going to spray it a little bit more to hold some of the curl in. Usually parted it over to one side, so you had a lot heavier side and a little bit leaner side, because that was the look. When I was in the Nutcracker as a kid with my ballet studio, we didn't have a particular hairstyle for the angels, and so I just thought, well, this is what an angel's hair would look like, right? So I did my hair like this, and at dress rehearsal, the ballet teacher asked the other girls, well, why don't you do your hair like Sharon? But they didn't have as much hair as I did. So the year after I did it, and every year since then, she's had the role of the angels wear wigs. So it looks like my hair. My claim to fame in ballet is not my dancing, but my hair. So in the 80s, the eyeshadow color changed from being more natural earth tones of the 70s to being like pinks and purples and bright blues and greens, and whatever you wanted to do on your eyeshadow to make it really exciting is what you did. Started off always a little bit of white underneath the eyebrows. The eyebrows were starting to get a little bit thicker in the 80s. More and more was becoming popular to have a more natural eyebrow look. And to match my sweater that's pink and purple, I'm going to use those colors. And the eyeliner would have been thick on top, and I'm going to do some light blue underneath. And mascara. Some blush right in the apples of the cheeks, and then even drawing it out a little bit more. Now for the lips, I'm going to start with a base and then just kind of go brighter pink, but it's also got to be like shimmery. And I'm done. Time to make some cookies. 1 cup butter, 1 cup sugar, and mix that. 1 cup of canned pumpkin, 1 egg, and mix it together. The consistency should look about like that. Set aside 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder, half a teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon cinnamon. And sometimes I add in just a touch of nutmeg and allspice. Okay, maybe just a little bit of cardamom, but very tiny bit. Mix that together. Then slowly add in the flour mixture to the pumpkin mixture and stir. Add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. This is what the consistency should look like. And then add in 1 package or 12 ounces of chocolate chips. Stir in the chocolate chips with a spoon. And I like to refrigerate the dough while I preheat the oven to 375. I then like to drop my pumpkin batter onto parchment paper rather than greasing the cookie sheet because I think that spreads the cookie out. Bake them in the oven 12 minutes. And they're done. Be sure the cookies have cooled before you make and pour on the frosting. For the frosting, melt 3 tablespoons butter, half a cup of brown sugar, and 3 tablespoons milk. Let it boil for 2 minutes. When it's finished boiling, turn down the heat and add 1 to 2 cups of powdered sugar so that it reaches a spreading consistency. If it becomes a little too thick, you can always add a touch of milk and heat it up again on the stove. This should be the consistency of the frosting. And if it dries too fast, you can always put it back on the stove on low and add a little bit of milk. Here you go, the final product. Enjoy, happy eating, happy Thanksgiving. Seriously, these are some of the best cookies. And be sure to have them with some milk. Oh, good. These are so good. Hi, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and if you did, you can subscribe to my channel over here so you can catch the next ones. You can follow me on Instagram at Jewell with 2 L's .Sharon. Like the video, share it with your friends because you loved it that much, and be sure to catch the other ones.